I said, but I did not apply for a job in Saudi Arabia. And they called me like 4 times during the day. And then I ended up saying, maybe I need to try this. So I was not sure. I said, how can someone just get a job offer like this? And the salary was like unbelievable. When I left South Africa, my salary was already in the 120, 140s. And get a free 4x4 vehicle. You don't pay for petrol. From a young age, being from a village, I went to a guy who was a motor mechanic, and then I offered my service.
Getting people to trust you, especially as a young black boy, you know how it is.
Hi guys, today we are having tea with Kariba, who is a lead project engineer currently based in Saudi Arabia, but he had about 15 years of experience working in South Africa before he moved to Saudi Arabia in 2014. He holds a BSc degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Cape Town. He is also registered as a professional engineer in Saudi Arabia. Now let's welcome Kariba to the village.
Hi Kariba, welcome to the village. Please say hi to the village.
Hi to the villagers. Greetings. My name is Kariba Mwetanalo from Limpopo.
Thank you so much. Which village are you from?
I'm from a village called Moraung. Not many people know about it. Moraung is actually like 20 to 30 kilometers outside Groblersdal town towards Janefeld.
Okay.
So you have Groblersdal town, you have Mutetema, Tafelkop, then it's Moraung. That's where I was born and bred. Yes.
And all the way from Mohau to UCT.
Yeah, all the way from Moraung to UCT, now stuck in Saudi.
Wow. Can you summarize your experience for us? You know, during your time here in South Africa, if you can just tell us briefly what type of work, what type of companies and projects you were heading, because we just want to have an idea of how much experience did you have in order for you to move or be able to get this opportunity in Saudi.
Well, I actually moved to Saudi in 2014 November. Prior to that, yes, I've been in several engineering companies. The first one, immediately after graduation, I actually already had a job with my then, sponsor. And actually, I also had other opportunities with other mining giants. But they wanted to buy me out of that contract. But then I made the decision. I said, you know what? This company took care of me when I was really down. I'm going to go with them, because even during the time when I was studying at university, during school holidays, all of us, the whole group, under their sponsorship, we will go to the various plants for training.
Okay, so that's how your first opportunity came about. I see you are registered. You are a registered professional in Saudi Arabia, but you were not registered in South Africa. Is there a reason for that?
In South Africa, I was actually a member, and I'm still a member of the Engineering Council of South Africa. Just, as when I was a student, registered from that age, moving forward. But I did not want to just register to become a professional engineer, which I would have actually accomplished at any point in time during my career life. But this is one of the things. A lot of guys, they rush into getting the registration, and then they are called professional engineers. And when you do design work, when you're doing design work as a professional engineer, you plug your signature there. It carries a lot of weight, a lot of responsibility, which comes with a lot of risks, very high risks. You have buildings today that are collapsing on human beings. People are dying. When things go to court, you are one of the first people to stand in front of the judge. You are to be questioned because of your
Okay.
signature. So for me, I had made a decision that even though along the path we're going to come to that, I've been doing a lot of design work, but mostly in the corporate, I was doing like a lot of the groundworks, if I may call it that way. Groundwork, design work. And then the company, we will now forward all my design activities, because also I will do a lot of engineering drawings, SolidWorks I can use, AutoCAD I can do. So we send all of that to a consulting company with professionally registered engineers. They are qualified, they are well experienced. They even have engineering programs to qualify your designs. So those, they will now, I'm transferring the risk to them. It's like the same as you buy a vehicle or a house and then you insure it. You don't want, you are managing it, you own it, but you don't want to carry the risk. So for me, my insurance was, I do all the groundworks, I do everything, and then we send it to them. They take the responsibility.
Okay.
Yes.
So you didn't feel like you were experienced enough at that point to get to be registered professionally?
Yes. Also, I knew I'm not experienced to the point where I feel comfortable. And also, I just didn't want to take that responsibility.
Okay. Guys, please like and share this video and leave any questions for Kariba. But I know we just started. You might not have questions at the moment. So you got your first training opportunity, and then now you're a junior engineer. You moved to another company as a junior engineer. How long did you stay at that company where you're a junior engineer?
Yeah, okay. Now, for another 6 months, I was a junior engineer at the first company. Then I made a move now to mining. I went to chrome mining, and there also they took me in as an engineer in training, because they had said I do not have experience in mining. I said, no problem, but the salary was like 3 times. So I took the opportunity and I went through the phases up until I was actually a plant section engineer. And during that 5 years, it was during a 5-year period, I had actually phased from underground mining to their washing plants and then to their pelletizing plant, which I was part of the design team. So I was involved in the design, construction, and then I was made an offer to be the plant section, to be the section engineer.
How was the money?
Excellent. Remember now, from my first job, my salary multiplied by 3. Now they give me extra, and then I also qualify for company car. Then I don't have to spend anything from my pocket for petrol or toll gates. Now I have a brand new vehicle. I don't pay for car installments, and then my salary is up. So I was quite good. I was very happy. Yeah, but
no, Kariba, you need to tell us. You need to tell us what is good. Can you give us the range? I know it was a long time ago, but what was good?
This is way back. I think this is like I'm talking now 2004. 2004, 2005, way back there. My salary, I was already, above 50,000. I was already above 50,000. And and over and above that, I had the company car, which I was not paying for, and your garage card.
No, that was good.
Yeah, it was good. And
also
and
remember, remember, Kariba, in 2004, if you were earning around 12,000, you were living a good life. 12,000 in South Africa back then. Yes. You were living a good life. You could have a car. You can even buy a house.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's true. Yes.
Kariba, okay. How did you now move to Saudi? How did this opportunity come about? guys, you can see from this conversation, but if there's something that is not clear, you can leave a question. Kariba will come to this video and respond to you. But I can tell you already had a lot of experience before. How many years experience in South Africa? Can you just tell us?
For me, total years in South Africa, I think 15 years in total. With those with the 4 different companies. But anyhow, even from mining, then I was headhunted to another mining operation. And there again as a section engineer, but obviously better offer. Then I now decided to make a move to a consulting company doing mining projects. Yes, we're doing mining and minerals projects. And that's where also I spent some time. My position was there as initially as a project engineer, but within a few months, I was actually the lead project engineer. So I had the other engineering disciplines reporting to me. And we did projects, brownfields and greenfields projects in South Africa and also African countries like your Ghana, your Zambia, all those countries before coming to Saudi.
Okay, how did this one come about?
Okay.
Were you headhunted? Did you think about it?
Not at all. It came when I least expected because we had spent about 3 weeks in Ghana on a project in one of the mines. We're going for a revamp. So flying back like 3 weeks later, exactly on the morning when I touched down, it was 6 a.m. I come out of the flight, I switch my phone on. Within 5 minutes, I receive a call. Kariba, are you Kariba? Yes. You have been shortlisted for an interview for jobs in Saudi Arabia. I said, but I did not apply for a job in Saudi Arabia. They said, don't worry, we saw your CV on LinkedIn. You have been shortlisted. Please make a point to come today. I say, where is this interview? They told me, sent in Michelangelo Hotel. And I thought that maybe this is a scam. Then I just went. I went to the office. Our offices were in Trenton also. I dropped my laptop and then I was staying in Centurion. I went to my apartment. I went to sleep. And they called me like 4 times during the day. And then I ended up saying, maybe I need to try this. Because I just thought, no, this is a scam. I never applied for a job in Saudi. When I went to that interview, remember the first call was like 6:05 in the morning. I went for the interview in the evening, 8 p.m. I drove there.
Okay.
When I get there, Michelangelo, it was even my first time at the hotel. I went for the interview. And when there were like more than 40 people already who had been interviewed and they were waiting for the results. So they called me. I gave them they even wanted again a hard copy of my CV, which I had brought with me. And then they said, okay, go, the interview is ready. Me being Kariba, I said, no, I'm hungry. I need a sandwich first. They brought me a sandwich, and then I was having my sandwich during the interview just to ease my nerves. And in the interview, they asked me only about my experience and all that. And they said, Kariba, we're going to make you a job offer. Go to the waiting room. So I went to the waiting room. There were now like 45
You know
of
what
us.
I'm thinking?
Yes.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking this is what happens when you have experience. Let's be honest.
Maybe.
Let's be honest. What happens when you have experience?
I think also before the experience is the hunger. Because as I say, I had opportunities that I could go further study, but I knew that, you know what, in this age, we need experience. You need to strike the balance, not just theory. I wanted the experience, and I made it a point that I'm going to do job hopping so that I can work in various industries, gather as much experience as possible. Then later on, if I'm going to stick with one, but I have the broad overview in terms of experience level. So, yes, this is what happened. And, 45 of us in the room, only 2 of us were made job offers.
Okay, life was good. You're getting all these opportunities. You are now in Saudi. Were you married at that time or you were not married at that time?
Actually, it was just a blessing. I was going through a very serious divorce phase, and I was like sort of depressed. And then the opportunity came. So it was a nice shift for me. It was a nice shift for me, just at the right time. Yeah. So yeah, but basically yes, coming to Saudi because just for your audiences to be aware, number one, you need to have a good credit profile. They take you through blood tests, medical tests, including your eye test, hearing, and all that. Once you qualify, then they go through your criminal record. You must get that clearance. And then once all of that is sorted out, then you get your flight ticket. You make the move. When I resigned from my previous, because I was not sure. I said, how can someone just get a job offer like this? And the salary was like unbelievable. I said, wow, okay, I'm not gonna resign. I wanna see my air ticket first. Then air ticket came. I had the visa, and then I served 2 weeks notice. Yeah, then I arrive in Saudi. They place me at the hotel, everything. And now in Saudi, I must get a new, obviously a phone, a SIM card, and all that. They take me to the job where I'm going to be working. We are at the head office. Then we have to go another through. They never informed any one of us who were there that we're going to go again through interviews. Then I'm waiting there. I'm thinking I'm going to be moved to my whichever department. And then again, interviews. The first guy comes, he's a project manager. We're talking just general. I was not even aware it's an interview. Only halfway through, then he says, yeah, okay, this is the final interview phase for us to place you. I said, is this an interview? I was not even aware. He said, no, don't worry, Kariba. I'm taking you. You are coming with me. This is the department you're going to be. I want you to be my site project engineer. My role initially, as I said, as a site project engineer, and as a site project engineer, for us, we are like upstream of the processing plant. We are from the drilling rigs offshore, and the rigs onshore. Offshore meaning in the ocean, onshore on land. From there to tying into the GOSP, they call it the gas oil separation plant unit. That's where we tie in. That's our battery limits.
Kariba, you know what? I already know you are well taken care of. Money is good in Saudi. Can you tell us about? Can you talk to us about Imali? Like, how is it? And just opportunities, if there are any. Obviously, we're going to talk about the ones within your space, but if there are any that you can share with us, even if they are not in engineering.
Okay, I'll just trail back a little bit. You see, when I left South Africa, my salary was already in the 120, 140s per month. Then coming to Saudi, number one was that tax-free. Your salary is tax-free. There's no tax. So South Africa was already paying 45% tax. So now I come here, the salary is up, and then zero tax. So I was saying, good shot. Then coming here, before we come to the remuneration, you get a free 4x4 vehicle. You don't pay for petrol, cell phone. You don't pay. Accommodation is company provided and very good, nice accommodation. Food is free, 3 meals a day and whatever snacks throughout the day. Laundry is free. They clean for you. It's like a hotel. That's why then I started gaining weight. So basically, you can work here. If your family is not here, you can spend 0 cent because they take care of everything. I'll just say my salary per month. This will not be the same with other people. My salary, I'll just say 350,000 per month up. That's how I will put it. Yes.
Yes.
But
okay.
when currently, I know even last year they took in a lot of new engineers. They starting like 180, 200 per month take home salaries. That's what's happening. Yes.
Kariba, tell us, if I want to apply that side as an engineer, do I need, they don't take graduates, they only take people with experience?
Yes. Now, this is how it is. The only graduates they take are the locals because it's their home country.
Oh,
It can only be fair.
okay.
If you are coming
Okay.
from, like South Africa, we are regarded as a Western country together with the United
Okay.
States, UK. That's why salaries for us might be better for salaries from people from Asian countries. You see, but in terms of
Okay.
qualifications, you need to have. I'm talking now mainstream with us. You need to have a degree in whatever engineering discipline and at least 5 years of postgraduate experience. But
Okay.
there's also been a lot of guys with only N3 level, but humongous amount of experience. Then they make concession for them. We have a lot of those.
Okay. So if I'm hearing you well, you need to have at least 5 years experience with a bachelor's degree. But there are people like artisans who are in different disciplines, engineering, but you find that they went through college and they have a lot of experience. So those people as well can apply for jobs in Saudi.
They can still apply, especially those ones with trade test certificates and all that. Some of them have even 20, 30 years of experience. Obviously, also it's also based on what is on your CV. They will need to see, is it related to the job you're applying for? And then what have you achieved throughout this period? And what other training did you take during your career life? Just to trail back, like for myself, even when I started working, I did not just relax. I did a whole lot of, short courses, like 3-day courses, 2-day courses, engineering related and management related. At times, like for example, I'll go for a course on hydraulic systems, another time a course on transformers, another time a course on power plants. Then all of those collectively, so they put me on like an advantage when I apply for job opportunity. Yes.
I think, I don't know if it's a recruitment agency or it's a company that you shared with me offline, where if people are looking for opportunities within the engineering space with experience, they can look at it. Can you share with us? But we'll leave a link in the description box.
I'll just share it. It's not one recruitment agency. Actually, there's like maybe 10 or 12 of them. Because what happens, like for us expatriates coming from overseas, they don't usually take us directly permanent with the main, the mother company. You come through a recruitment agent, they call them vendors. Because there is a lot of us. There's like more than 10 million, expatriates. So the one mother company cannot do all the HR for us and everything. So they delegate these companies. But it's not like in South Africa. Here it's very fair. It's not in South Africa where a company charges the mother company 1,000 rand an hour, but they pay you 30 rands an hour. No. Here, very fair labor practice. Yes, with the Sharia law, everything is spot on. So, yeah, I will share those with you, their contact details, everything. And also I will advise people, LinkedIn, for me, I got my job.
But Karim, I just want us to get to this. What advice, especially, I'm sure you are up to date with what is happening in South Africa right now. There isn't much opportunities engineering-wise, but there are people who are still passionate like yourself about the profession. What advice would you give them? People who are hungry like you for training.
I think just first and foremost, you see, like myself, as I alluded earlier, I did not actually wait for somebody to give me a bursary or to make me a job offer in order to get the training. From a young age, being from a village, I went to a guy who was a motor mechanic, and then I offered my service to help. Zero payment. I did not expect anything. And then I started working from him, and I learned so much. And that was also one of the major key roles that made me to get that bursary, because when we applied for the bursary at high school, even though I was a great achiever, but when I brought that into the interview, then they started raising their eyebrows. They said, okay, so this guy is hungry for knowledge. So my advice would be to people, don't wait for a corporate company to say, I'm going to go there to get experience. Experience is all around you, starting from home. Starting from home, there's so much you can do. Number one experience is people management, just managing yourself, managing your brothers, your sisters, your parents. Number two is, like, as I say myself, you go, there's a car wash. There's guys washing vehicles. You know, car wash, you learn so much just from washing vehicles, because you can start asking questions and they teach you how to drive, and people start trusting you, having faith in you. Those small things, they add up, because you never know where your destiny is. And then you go, when I was at the University of Cape Town, I went to ShopRite, or was it Checkers? I don't remember. I actually went there to work during weekends, because I needed the money. I needed extra cash. I went there to work. Number one, I was packing, zero salary. Then with time, the manager said, hey, but you know what? No, it's unfair. I have to give you something. Then they paid me something. Then they moved me to the tills in Mowbray there in Cape Town. Then I was on the tills weekends, and they actually trusted me so much, because I don't steal, not even a penny. I want to do things right. From there, then they said, okay, Kariba, you're going to be also with the drivers. Now they start giving me more money. With time, within a month or so, there was a guy actually who the manager was very close to. The guy, he owned a company for hiring vehicles. He also had a couple of helicopters. He sent me to the guy. He said the guy maybe can give me a job, because I told him I was an engineering student. I went there. I was washing cars. He had a workshop where they were servicing some of the cars, doing minor repair work. I excelled. He even taught me how to fly a chopper, taught me how to do whatever basic repairs on a chopper. So that's why I say, people, you don't wait. I don't like waiting. It's boring.
Yo, guys, I hope you are finding this valuable. Please like and share this video, and leave any questions or any comments for Kariba. He will come back to this video and engage with you. You know what? We are bringing such an important point. I always say this, guys, experience is around you. As we are mentioning it, you know, you don't need to wait until you graduate. But I would not lie to you. What you just mentioned now, with the car wash, you know, I never thought of it. You know, but now that you are mentioning it, I'm thinking, oh my God, at the car wash, there is so many things. You are interacting with different types of vehicles. You can ask people questions. That is so valuable, guys. I don't know, but I'm just like, wow, I just never thought of it this way.
Yeah, because as I say, just a simple car wash in the township. Number one is people management. Number two, getting trust people to start, believing in you. They trust you. A guy can leave you with his, give you his Range Rover keys and say, wash it. I'm going to go to this place. When you are done, bring it. A 3 million rand car, they give it to me. I wash it. I clean it up. I make sure it's spot on. And then I take it, I drive it to the owner, and he gives me a serious tip. You will never know that same person tomorrow is the one buying you a business or investing in your idea, business idea. But already there is people management. It's so much that you gain from there.
And you know, Kariba, you are mentioning something that is very important. I hardly have mature people on this platform. Typically, I interview like the younger ones. But I think since we are both here, What can you say? This was not part of the interview, but I just want you to emphasize this point of getting people to trust you, especially as a young Black boy. You know how it is.
Yes.
Sometimes we come across, especially for boys, they come across as intimidating. Can you just I don't know what to say, but there's something there. There's trust, getting people to trust you at a young age, because sometimes you come across as intimidating. What can you say to young ones, especially young men who are watching this?
Okay, maybe let me put it this way. I think for me also, I was blessed that my father was someone who was very respectful, well organized. He has been a boxer for a while, and at the time when I went to high school, he was already a school teacher because he went through the phases. So he also trained me as a boxer. And the one thing he used to say is, my son, let me tell you something. You are very strong and you are very fast. I don't want you to go to the streets and start fighting. Now that you have all this for you, make sure, number one, be humble. Be humble. And your face, smile. Smile to people. It brings you so much blessings. Just to smile. Don't fake it. Be yourself. Smile. And even if people are provoking you, develop the thick skin and have a mission, a vision. Don't let people derail you along the way. That's number one. That's where I will start. Now, moving forward, as a young Black guy, whether township or village or suburb or wherever, don't try to be somebody else. Just say, I'm gonna do things right, and I'm not going to fake, and I'm just going to be a good person. Number one, I'm going to be respectful. In our African culture, we already have all of those values. We started from our grandparents, parents in our homes. Normally, the guys, they get to the streets, then they are changing. They want to be the street gangs. So just be yourself, do things right, be humble. But don't be stupid. Be humble, but be straight to the point. Don't be a victim. I went boarding school, there were bullies. So I'm someone who communicates, and when I communicate, I don't fight. I will just tell the person, don't bully my friends, don't bully me. In this radius, when you enter here, I expect you to be respectful because I respect you. You don't have to love me. You can hate me, but just be respectful. This is my space. These are my friends. If there's trouble, I'm going to deal with you decisively.
And I love the fact that in your journey, there hasn't been any shortcuts. No shortcuts.
Don't do it.
You always did everything that had to be done. I see right now, as we are wrapping up this conversation now, but I see you just finished, I just got another certification in risk management. What's happening there? What are the plans?
Okay, for me, obviously, you're well aware with the BSc degree from University of Cape Town, and my current role where I am as a lead project engineer. Initially, I said I'm gonna go for this project management professional certificate, which is internationally recognized. But doing it alone, I need to also add a risk management factor to it, because for every project, there comes along a lot of risks, maybe financial risks, schedule related, or safety, general safety of the people you're working with. So I had to acquire also the risk management professional certificate, which now it's in my pocket. And because lately project management globally, actually, minimum you need to have the PMP certificate. Now, also, when we have the RMP, which is the risk management professional certificate, it adds on to it. Now, there's also another one which I'm probably writing 2 months from now. It's related to quality. also a globally recognized certificate. So then I'll have the project management, the risk management, and the quality related. So this is the core of project management. But further to that, I'm currently still in my registration phase. I'm doing motivations for MBA with a university in London, an online MBA program. Because now you see, I'm almost 50 years of age. I know I might look 15, but I'm actually in a few months 50. So yeah, I'm already, planning, for pension, pension lines. I say, okay, I'm gonna maybe have my own business and do things. I need to. Now I'm equipping myself for my business back home in South Africa.
Okay. But I also want to see you in mentorship. I want to see you there. I know now you might not have the time, but I want to see you there. I'm not speaking to you for the last time.
No. This is when I say consulting, mentorship is also included in there. Doing training, doing all of this. Yes, it's part of it. Because even now, I'm actually not only am I an engineer, but I'm also a mentor to a lot of guys, but locally here. Even when I was in South Africa, I was a mentor to a lot of the guys, new graduates. And I never stopped doing that. Even when I was at the University of Cape Town, with my good grades starting, I was a engineering tutor for your maths, your calculus, your engineering design. I was still a mentor then. So throughout my life, I will just die a mentor.
Okay. No, I'm happy to hear that. Guys, please like and share this video and leave any questions that you might have for Kariba. Wow, this was so fruitful. I know you guys are found value there. Can you please say last words for us as we are wrapping up? Just last words for us, please.
I think just to close off, there cannot be better ways than to say also with you, thank you with your channel. I've actually had I've actually had a glimpse of some of your interviews, and it's actually an excellent tool that you are doing, and I hope you are actually aware how much value you're adding, not only to us as working professionals, but most importantly to the young ones, because they lack. It's like our people, they've lost hope. It's like they've lost hope.
Yeah,
your channel, if people come across it, the young ones from high school age, it brings that glimpse of hope to say even someone like Kariba, coming from a rural village, from poverty, he can be a professional engineer in Saudi Arabia. How about me coming from Soweto? We grew up no electricity, gravel roads. Guys, let's not lose hope in our country. Every time they say vote, go and vote, because it has so much impact in your future and your grandkids. People, they need to really take care of them from a young age. When I say it's from high school, don't always just write your exams to pass, just to pass. Don't do that. Always go full speed. Go full speed, because you'll never know where that mark will take you in future. And number two, people should not, especially the young ones, they should not go into these love relationships. They distract them. They need to focus on their studies. Yeah, it's all of us, our responsibility to take South Africa forward, because our country was almost at the brink of collapse. All of us could see this crime is high. Our economy is going down the drain. It is our responsibility to say we need to break this chain. We need to make a U-turn and take it forward. And all of this, even, growing up, like now Saudi Arabia, for you to come here, imagine medical test. They look at your criminal record. Criminal record meaning even if you're an outstanding ticket, fine. So before you do that, make sure your traffic fines are paid because they will appear. Credit record is very important. So whatever you do as a young person growing up, you need to always keep in mind, all of this is a foundation to my roof where I'm going to. If you don't do it right, it will always catch up with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kariba.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I'll go back to my sleep now. I was on flights and I need to sleep. Thank you.
Okay guys, we've come to the end of this video. Please check out the description box for those links that were mentioned in this video, and leave any questions that you might have for Kariba. I know there are things that I wanted to talk about, but I see that we didn't get to them. I realized when I was editing that there are things that we didn't get to. For instance, how to get other jobs that are not in engineering. But if you're a doctor, there is a link for doctors in the description box as well. But let me know if you like more details about working in Saudi Arabia. There is another video that will be in the description box. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.